What do we call this route? Wait, what even happened the last time we played this? I'm actually, like, I'm struggling to remember.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's right! This is, like, murder mystery routes. Ifrit, did I see that Steven streamed E7 yesterday? I went to watch, and it said he was only live for 45 minutes. Is that true? He has the E7 partner program. Well, yeah, I saw that. So he does Arena Guild War and then finishes. First. No spoilies. Alright.
Should not spoil the game at all and have it locked.
Spike Chunsoft would like that, wouldn't they? He's been binging 100 Line? Yeah, this game is long as fuck. We've been playing probably like, I'd say probably 70-ish hours at this point. We're only at 10 out of 100.
Yeah.
You know anything about the game? It's really cool. It's honestly an awesome, ambitious game.
That's... Yeah.
Might play it one day. Oh, software update? No. Has 100 Line been body T recently? We haven't played since Thursday last week. No, that's not true. We played Friday. But I went and visited some friends in Connecticut on Saturday. Sunday I was recovering from visiting friends in Connecticut. Monday Grant had the closing on the house, and then we're back today. So it's just been hard to stream.
I'm gonna be out the...
He was acting the fool. Who was acting? Oh, me? Yeah, I was. Marissa broke Metal Face's Doom Glass, and as he had just found out, he was all upset, and I was like, wait, we gotta get a picture of this. So that's when I took the one where I was like, just upset. Anyways. What? Oh, right. We found a handkerchief in the hangar that said IT, and we think it means Ema's name. So we think Ema could have been involved in the murders. Also, Shoma got stabbed to death and then was promptly revived by the Revival-matic. But Kako got possibly poisoned and is now dead. And people are missing their hearts or some shit, or everybody from the morgue is missing their heart, so...
Wild.
Yeah, this is definitely a crazy route. When we exited the gym, we saw that it was already nighttime. I asked Takemaru and Tsubasa to gather the others before heading to Ema's room myself. Get out, Ema. I need to ask you about something. Somehow... Oop. Yeah, I just realized that. I'm so sorry. Somehow it felt like he would keep hiding if I told him about the handkerchief, so I decided not to say anything for now. We found a clue that may lead us to Kako's killer. I made that assertion even though I had no solid proof she had been killed because I wanted to get him out of the room. Short while later, I heard the door being unlocked. Yeah, the heart thing happened, and then Ema appeared from behind it.
You believed me about my dear sister being murdered.
Yes, can you come with me? Slowly but surely, Ema nodded in assent. Akemaru, Tsubasa, and I took everyone to the storeroom where the escape pod was being kept. We told them how we had found the place and how the pod could only be used on day 100. After climbing back out, we all headed to the cafeteria.
So what was this clue that you found?
For that, I need to check something with Darumi. On day 27, we found Kako's body. Were you really playing slots at that time?
You're still suspicious of me.
What's up, Fail?
Then check the machine's play log. Then you'll know for sure I was playing around that time. And how could I possibly have stabbed Shoma if I'd been hiding in the storeroom that the whole time? The only way out of that place is through the tunnel, right? I wouldn't have been able to get out of the gym unless the coast was cleared. Perhaps you clambered out the escape pod's elevator shaft. I'm no spider woman, and that shaft has no footholds. It's impossible to climb.
After seeing the harem I'm in... Fail?
The ceiling of that shaft is covered with a thick wall.
You mean you're glad to see a route that isn't the harem route, or it made you more interested in the game? Oh, you got the video game. Oh, great.
It's not something that can be opened.
I got 5 characters in a row, so I have a break.
I thought it was rain code, but it's actually ZTD.
How about this? You were the one to kill Kako and not the one to stab Shoma.
You're suggesting there were 2 culprits.
Indeed I am. How does the number 2 ring any bells with regard to this situation?
When we found Shoma's body... Oh, do you mind putting something in? When we found Shoma's body, there were 2 people missing from the scene. It's rain time reward, 9 persons, 9 Dangans, 9 Ramphas. Agree, TJ Rivers, and welcome back. I'm Team Nano, Lord and Savior. Last Yell is the most hilarious shit since Cold. Oh, Cold Steel. I do like spamming Last Yell.
You're suspicious of me as well?
Ima's face twisted into a grimace. I hesitated for a moment when I saw his expression, but decided to show everyone the handkerchief we had found. This is the clue I was talking about. We found it in the escape pod's room. The letters IT have been embroidered on it. Are these initials? Didn't that refer to Ima Tsukumo? Who's really good with Last Yell? Darumi? Why? I thought so. This is your handkerchief, right, Ima? The fact that it was in the storeroom means...
Sir Ima killed Lady Kako.
By the way, guys... Wait, as in Darumi using Last Yell, or she's using, like, the other people use it and you attack with Darumi? In the days that we were off and not streaming, we did some Return to Danganronpa 2 gameplay, and we cleared Chapter 4, which means Chapter 5 is next. And I can't wait until we do that, because the game's finally heated up and Grant's invested.
Nothing of value is lost in Chapter 4.
Unfortunately.
Are you out of your mind? Kill my very own dear sister.
No.
Nothing of value has been lost in 2 chapters. It's been really nice.
Chapter 5 is fucking godlike, and you know that's the truth.
Didn't think that was possible either. Unless Ima was the one to stab Shoma and Darumi was the one to kill Kako. Ima dropped the handkerchief in the storeroom when he was tasting the joint.
I told you it wasn't me.
You think Miss
Amamiya.
Amamiya and I were accomplices. And then I technically approved of my dear sister's murder. That's so different from accusing me of killing my dear sister myself. You're all crazy. I can't believe that thought even crossed your minds.
So you deny the charges.
Of course I do.
Then explain yourself. Why was the handkerchief in the storeroom?
That's because...
You see? You are feeling guilty.
No.
Why are you touching my boob?
That surprised me. I don't know. Ima dashed out of the cafeteria screaming. Chat killed Kako and Pan killed. Oh, you're eating. Wait, Ima!
No, that's wrong.
We all dashed after him. Ima grabbed the fire extinguisher in the entrance hall before running outside. We followed him as he ran out of the building. He was running at full speed through the courtyard, and none of us could catch up. Finally, he tore through the wall of fire and ran to the other side. We followed behind him. We got to the city ruins. Something unexpected happened. All of a sudden, a large object shaped like an onion appeared out of nowhere and captured Ima, who had been running ahead of us.
Where's the drawing?
Ima? The onion object had flew up into the air with Ima and vanished out of sight? What? What just happened?
And what was that thing?
I'd seen the onion-shaped thing before in previous timeline. Oh, it was one of the commanders. I see. That was probably a commander.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
Are you serious? Ima's been captured by the enemy.
No way! So weird that Blimp Boy is described as an onion-shaped object. I agree. That made me think it was like an onion UFO, which is not really... That can't be true.
It's alright, we can probably figure out where they went.
What?
You know, Ima's been rather emotionally unstable lately, so I thought he might just go missing one day or so. I secretly planted a transmitter in his body when bringing food to him.
Oh, Tsubasa.
We should go see where they took him from the war room.
You clever girl, you! Okay, let's all head back for now. So how many of us have, transceivers? Tsubasa? We traced the transmitter and quickly figured out exactly where Ima had been taken. It was the enemy relay station we had visited in the previous timeline. Could this be the return of Ima Saray? We immediately started making a plan to get Ima back. After some discussion, we decided to split into two teams. The rescue team, me, Hiriko, Takemaru, Tsubasa, and Karara. The defense team, Nozomi, Moko, Kyoshika, Yugamu, Shoma, and Darmi. We must rescue him even though he may very well be the killer. It's not set in stone yet. What if it was all a mistake? Could you ever live with the fact that you abandoned an innocent friend? I knew you'd say that. I was just making sure. Having only 5 people on the defense team is not very reassuring.
Yeah, can we add one more or something?
No! What if the enemy attacks in the meantime?
We can't afford to be lax on home security.
In that case, Takemi.
Yeah, it's time everybody, follow me. Bus, maybe? Oh, they're letting Ava out because she's one more.
Sir Takemi, Lady Ava is out and about now. Why have you done such a thing?
As you can see, I let her out. But why? I intend to let her join the rescue team.
Huh?
I explained about the bomb in Ava's body and the remote detonator we had made to trigger it. And you really think this will work? If you feel she's acting suspicious, you can press the button to blow her up yourself. Huh? I put the remote detonator into an astonished Hiriko's hand. I'm sure Ava does not appreciate this. Now do you feel reassured? Hiriko fell silent at my words. After a few moments, she said, "Have it your way." Thank you for having me on the team. I look forward to being useful to you. Alright then, we'll be right back.
With Ima.
Good luck! Stay safe! The rescue team set off for the enemy relay station where Emo was being held captive. By the time we got close to the relay station, the sun was just starting to rise. We got off the bus and climbed up a small hill to survey the relay station. And then we reused this again.
We don't know where exactly Ima is being held in this base, but that doesn't matter. Let's just bust in there and start kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, you guys already saw how that commander could fly.
That has to be Quenzele.
Quenzele? Is that his name?
Yes, and he's an absolute creep. Feel free to make mincemeat out of him.
A flying enemy? Sounds like a headache already. How do we even get to him? We'll be fine with my specialist skill on our side. I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down in one shot. The thing is, I'll have to start crafting it after he actually appears.
Why? Can't you just make it now?
This particular weapon can only hold its shape for 5 minutes. After that, its internal pressure will cause it to explode.
Got it. Guess there's no helping it then.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
Alright, here we go. Let's just have Nozomi make it instead. Didn't that happen in the other route?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, is this your first time seeing this, Jaw? Yeah, they do this a lot. The whole stab, blood, Sailor Moon.
Oh my god, Yuriko.
Oh my god, Ava. I'm so glad that we upgraded her. Get the spice. When my stomach hurts. No. Hi, baby girl. Annihilate all enemies in one turn is the condition. Oh. Oh. It's this, but we don't get Kako. Well, that's okay.
Time to move.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. How much health does it have?
Let's do this.
Lamau. Should do.
That's it.
Okay. Now that should clear the way, so I can do that.
Let's roll.
Okay.
Rev it up!
Leave it to me.
Immune to fatigue, you say?
Hi-ya!
Now then, to business. Take this!
I'm taking the wheel. Let's roll.
hate when you can't land a good Suzuki Nightmare moment.
Oh, last job. That's a good idea because you're never gonna actually attack with her. Final attack.
I'm ready to go.
You just can't appreciate a good Suzuki Nightmare moment, dude. It's really sad.
Leave it to me.
That's a lie. I've seen you do Suzuki Nightmare spam and it makes me happy. You can last yell yourself, actually? Seriously? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How is that support status if you're doing it to yourself? Alright, do you want me to take this one or do you want to do it and then I'll do wave 3?
Oh, you got all.
Oh. You're an ally? Interesting.
A rogue ally.
Well, no.
I've got this.
It's the way Impact Stab base power is 4.
There. All right.
All right, let's get started. Ready whenever. How's this? Broken, so now then, to business. I'll chop you to pieces.
Is that high enough?
My turn. Out of my way. How unsatisfying.
9.
You can attack push.
Time to move.
True. It's gonna agility potion.
I'll put this to good use. Now
And
then,
then
to business.
I think I want her to be here when I do this.
How's this? Broke. Alright, let's get started.
Kills this guy, but the AoE is actually kind of shit on it.
Say
Like,
when.
this is a much better AoE if I could just...
Let's give it to
It
him.
only does 6.
Locked and loaded. Shifting gears.
Save my ass. Here we go.
Alright, so if we do his... Yeah, that's a lot better, because it'll get us 2 AP.
One last strike.
I have to say, bondage points seem to be the real grind. Yeah, it's true. But they're also not really necessary for everything.
Ready whenever. I'll chop you to pieces. Now then, to business. Take this. Oh, all right. Let's get started. How's this?
Alright, how many are left?
Let's freaking go. Eat this.
I'm taking the wheel. Don't try to stop.
I bonded with Ava and all I got was psychic damage. Oh no. We haven't done any of her events yet. That doesn't really surprise me though. I would say learning more about a character you like is important, but I also didn't max that many. Yeah, I kind of wish that
Leave it to me.
there was more incentive to do the bonds, because I like I like getting the backstory, yeah, but that's because it's a Switch game. They do have achievements on Steam. And no full copy. You know the rule.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, Suzuki Nightmare!
You're in the way.
Now, do you understand that I would never...
Every time I get an achievement, I wonder if Pangy already has this, then I remember. How dare you?
I shall reserve judgment until this entire battle is over.
Where's the commander?
That Quenzile guy?
He should be here any time now. Aha. Speak of the devil.
I am the paragon of repulsion, Quenzile. I'll be sure to make it agonizingly painful when I kill you. Go ahead, scramble for your ugly life.
Oh yeah, this one's weird.
Escape from me.
He's finally here, like moths to a flame.
Everybody, cover Kurata while she crafts the artillery.
Understood.
Got it.
There's Zombie do it.
Yeah, well, they figure if
Oh
Quenzel...
wait, it's better to have Ferrara out of command.
Well, if... How dare you. And also, if Quenzele's body double goes to the academy, then Nozomi can do it.
Ready whenever.
Ready whenever. Alright.
Time for battle.
Does last yell carry over between rounds? It does, right?
Now then, to business. Take this. How unsatisfying.
How unsatisfying.
I'm fully prepared.
Die!
It carries over stacks, and it is not once per turn.
This is what you deserve! Understood. Here goes.
We love the AoE.
Full throttle.
Not me coming here to say hi and getting spoiled immediately. Yeah, it...
My turn.
I'm sorry.
Ready when you are.
Visual novels are... They're a cruel mistress with that. Oh, hold on, this'll work.
The decisions were on the route where we did not participate in the killing game.
I'm taking the wheel.
So we left. We did not leave the school, so Gaku died, and then we stayed at the school, or didn't do the killing game, so we lost. Just Kako? Kako, right?
Alright, let's get started.
It's still attack booster, right?
Ready whenever. Right here. Time to move.
Yeah, how far are you in the game right now, actually, if you don't mind my asking, Fresca?
How's this?
Yeah, and thanks for the recap, Grant.
Broken so soon.
Broken so soon.
Ready when you are.
Oh, do I actually have to kill these guys to get over there? I'm on the first run and they just took her prisoner not long ago. Oh, okay.
Don't try to stop me. We did it.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see some wild stuff, if you keep watching, which you are welcome to, but also, and I say this to Grant all the time, like, the best thing about visual novels is when you don't know what's going to happen.
I'm good whenever.
Do I want... I think I'm gonna do this.
Keep it coming.
Our character model said you're going to control me at some point.
Good whenever.
There's some things about her that,
Watch out.
Huh?
Locked and loaded.
There's some things about her that you'll realize, too. She's got some tea to her.
Out of the way. Let's keep. I'm taking the wheel.
Who are your favorite characters so far? Takimaru.
Full throttle.
Already say.
Let's do this.
And that one's one's gonna be able to blow up.
I'm fully prepared. Understood. Allow me to use this.
Paga would be proud. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have... No.
Be gone.
I love Tsubasa and Kyoshika the most. Kyoshika's so fucking awesome. Yeah, I like almost every character in this game. I think Hiruko might be my favorite, though. Oh, they couldn't even attack. That is just sad.
Leave it to me. Out of the way.
I've got this. Here.
But yeah, Hiruko, Kurara, Kyoshika, I think those are my top 3. So weird that I don't have a boy favorite character. Kurara's mask is hilarious. Grant and I have a psycho theory about it, but...
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
I don't know if I should say it or not, because it's pretty wild. It's a theory based on the current route that we're on. I love Kako, but I wish she were more fun to play. Aww. Kako is really strong single target. But granted, I find her to be a little bit underwhelming compared to the other characters. Nano says he has tea with her, though, where she's, like, super awesome, and I believe him. Nano is a tech lord. It's the age-old conversation, babe.
Kako is a bad character.
Oh, no, no, no! Kako's the boss slayer? See, I could see that, actually.
Here we go.
Please excuse Grant, Nano. He's being troubled again.
Takibar is okay. I would say Kurara and Kako, very correct. Fine by you. Very good. Very good.
What does this guy have again? He just didn't need to stun, and he's a flying. It's...
Kneel before me.
I'm fully prepared.
Come back. Oh, it's not like that.
Happen.
Like you put her like further back.
Baby girl, why are you doing that?
Leave this to me. I'll use this. I'm fully
Alright,
prepared.
so this will get 2 kills.
Here goes.
If you could hit that into the two, it would have been free.
I'm ready to go.
Easy.
Uh-oh. You know...
This is what you understood.
She's... Ava's kind of awesome.
To business.
I think we're gonna do the age-old strategy of catapulting Hiruko. You're using Darmi as your boss killer? You really think Last Yell is that good with her? I have a technical question since I just started. When do you do the second playthrough?
Yes.
Do you retain your upgrades? Yeah. Grant and I were worried that you wouldn't, but thank goodness you do. I'll chop you to pieces. Broken so soon.
Now then, to business. Out of my way. I'm satisfied.
Alright, Takumi.
Say when.
Okay, Gag, I love that. Yeah, it's great. Last Yell allows me to sleep peacefully at night. Yeah, I do want to no-fail. Let's trade tech.
Take care of the rest.
Ready when you are.
So wait. I just use... I was thinking of just skipping some of the upgrade stuff if it was going to be a reset. Oh yeah, no. And honestly, too, Fresca, some routes that you play will not have free time. So upgrade your characters as much as you humanly fucking possibly can. Because in the routes where there's no free time, you're just like, well, I'm using what I had from that initial playthrough, and that's it. At max rank and enough class yells, she gets over 100 voltage per attack.
Let's keep it up.
What? So wait, how many last yells do you need for that?
Leave this to me. I'm ready to go. Allow me to use this. Leave this to me. Be gone.
So wait, last yell gives you an extra turn proc when it procs, right?
Time to move.
Oh, it basically gives you an.
Oh.
It just damn it.
So it's infinite turns. Damn, that's so cool.
All right.
Oh, I think I could just
Let's
win now,
get
right?
started. How's this?
It's 2 times per yell and depends on commander rank absorption skill.
Well then, to business. Out of my way.
Yeah, it's over. Kiriko, the real boss slayer, is here.
Well then, to business. Take this. Time to move.
I'll put an end to this.
My turn. Show me your inside.
Is there a problem, dude?
Don't let up.
I'll take care of this will show them. I've got this. You
Sorry, you guys are over there with your Darumi boss killing strategies, but I have Kurara, the boss killer. 85% or more with Kako.
The pain. It hurts. Why do this? What has prompted this cruelty?
Serves you right, Quendele.
You're Ava. I noticed you were here a while back, but
It's funny to break it, yeah, I agree.
does this mean
When you described it as
switched
cold steel,
allegiances?
that's like the perfect descriptor.
Yes. It's not as if I had any future in the Sovereign Army anyway.
Suddenly, Quenzile broke off and stared at something behind us.
Overlord Veshness!
Oh.
What?
We all turned around at the same time, but...
There's no one there.
And he escapes. Are you kidding me?
Don't tell me.
We turned back around and it was too late. No kill. During those precious few seconds, the defeated commander had disappeared completely. Got him.
He got away?
Freaking coward.
I guess you could say that Quenzile has been quenzeled.
Let's go back to the harem route after that.
Okay, thank you, Takumi. Yeah, Hiriko, the button, quick! I'm glad that all the characters agree. Bogus. Oh, we are so BP starved. What about the para?
What about the para?
Comedy route I see. We must max. I know. We are going to max out Osuzuki Nightmare. Don't worry. After the battle, we split up to look for Ima. It took a while, but I eventually found him locked up in a cage.
Are you alright? Hold on. I'll get you out now.
Mr. Samino!
Swung my sword down on the lock, and it broke apart with a loud noise. I opened the door and quickly guided Ima outside, but then... I saw something out of the corner of my eye flashing right next to the cage. The next moment... I instinctively grabbed Ema from behind? This snap action meant my body shielded Ema from the brunt of the blast. Scalding pain ripped through my back. I choked down a cry of pain and asked,
Ema, are you okay? Yes. But what about you?
I'm gonna die.
Don't worry about me. As long as you're fine. Huh? Huh? Mr. Samino? Mr. Samino! Mr. Samino!
Should have brought Nozomi? Seriously. Okay, we're not dead, apparently. How many days? Okay, if we were Saray Takumi, I would die.
Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Wait,
That's
day
right,
50?
folks, you're halfway there. Like a lizard on a chair. You're stepped in blood so far. Returning
Like
would
40,
be as tedious
weren't we?
as to go o'er. There's no turning back now. In honor of the occasion, your commander would like to hand out some presents, but if you're hearing this recording, it means your commander is no longer with you. So, no presents for anyone today! Too bad, so sad!
Why does
Try
he
not
only
to
say
be
that on
mad.
this route? I woke up to the expected sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she looked at me with a gentle softness in her eyes.
Morning. You're awake now?
I didn't have to ask about the day since it was mentioned in the announcement just now.
Day 50 today.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about the feeding drips. We went to the second academy and brought a whole lot back.
Oh. Thanks as always.
You should thank the others too. They were the ones who actually got the drips. And I wasn't the only person taking care of you while you were out.
I sat up in bed. For some strange reason, I wasn't feeling any aches or pains. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So we're not Saray.
I was gonna say.
You seem fine physically. The truth is, your external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed. Okay. Which means the real reason I was out for such a long time was because of the fainting disease. Think so. Has anything changed? If you mean the murder cases, we haven't made any progress. Ema and Darumi are still denying that they were working together. Tsubasa and I don't believe they did anything either, but the others... Oh, something else has changed though. Ema's been taking part in defensive battles. What? You shielded him back at the enemy relay station, remember? He said he's joining the fight for you. See. That said, he's still as reticent as ever, and hardly ever leaves his room otherwise. You can blame him though. Other than Tsubasa and me, everybody's suspicious of him.
Dano, I give you permission to spoil this. Is there a route where Saray is there on day 50?
No spoils. But he did say that he was willing to tell you, and only you, everything. Yup, so go find him later, okay? Later? Were you expecting me to not act right now after what you just told me? I jumped up and dashed outside immediately. His room. There's so many Kako pictures.
Mr. Samino, after all, thank you for saving me that day from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Don't mention it, really. What I really want to hear from you is some answers. Just like mine. Ema nodded firmly.
I was going to tell you everything after you woke up, and anyway. Not only because I owe you a debt of gratitude, but also because I'm now sure you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that. in my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister, and then smash their face in the hammer and over again until there was nothing left of it.
Huh?
Yet, I am but a detective assistant. I am not deal with these deductions. I've decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you.
Ah.
I have the utmost confidence that you have what it takes to bring the truth to light.
Huh?
I intend to do just that as soon as I get some answers from you. Now, first of all, why didn't you kill Darumi?
What?
Wait, why didn't you kill Darumi? You think the killer is one of us, don't you?
Yeah.
When Kako's body was found, you and Darumi were the only ones not in the gym, unless you were the killer, and that can't be right, right?
So I realize I'm doing my turn wrong. Of course not! Yeah!
If so, from your perspective, only one other person could have been hiding in the storeroom at that point in time. None other than Darumi, yet you didn't smash her head in with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not?
Mr. Samino, I see what you're getting at, and you're right!
What does this change?
You sound so happy when you did the yes, I realized.
Yeah.
It was because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer!
Because there's a hidden exit in that storeroom, right? He nodded slowly in response to my question. Oh. Okay. Opposite the cockpit section of the escape pod lay a heap of metal containers. When we moved the heap, we found a large ventilation shaft. Is this it?
Yes!
It's big enough even for Takemaru and Moko to pass through.
You are quite right!
I do not like this new Ima. Have you ever gone inside before?
No, sir!
Oh, hi, Grant. Where is our filet mignon?
It's $33 a pound.
And in our bellies. I'm not gonna lie, we could have cut it with a fork. That's how tender it was.
Watch this.
Why are you touching my boob?
Ooh. Nutmeg? What are you letting him do there?
Why are you looking at me, Nutmeg?
When did you realize there was a storeroom here?
About day 10, I would say. My dear sister found the entrance first! She was the one who brought me here. After that, we would secretly visit this place together whenever we had some free time. It became something like a secret hiding spot of ours.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
I didn't tell you before because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others because, well, promise me you won't get mad.
Yeah?
Because my sister intended to flee this place together in that escape pod.
That's not possible. The door can't be opened manually.
We thought we could do something about that by tinkering with the control system in the war room.
I sighed and continued the conversation. But you kept this place a secret even after Kako was murdered. If you told us about it, we'd be able to accept your assertion that Kako hadn't killed herself.
I promised my dear sister that no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made me.
See, he doesn't look happy there, babe.
Yes.
Yeah. I want us to live together in the Tokyo residential complex again. Just the two of us. But we have to get out of this place first. We'll be killed one day if we stay here.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back in my pocket after wiping away my dear sister's tears away. Yes! This place was our sanctuary. We didn't want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life in that tragic boating accident, it felt like I was desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in. That is why I told nobody!
Large tears rolled down Ima's cheeks, and I wordlessly held out his handkerchief to him. Ima accepted the handkerchief and clenched it tightly in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and for a long time after that, his shoulders trembled nonstop.
Yes!
After Ima had calmed down, he climbed back up to the surface. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside. So I'm sorry, where does the escape route go?
Ima, you're an unusual sight around here.
Even more unusual than me being awake?
I mean, I already heard about you from Nozomi. She's been going around telling everyone. Anyway, what's up?
Just wanted to know if there's a recon drone anywhere around here, with lights and cameras if possible.
I was asking Ima. Yes, but what do you need it for?
It's kind of hard to explain. Can you just come with us and bring the recon drone?
We need to solve the case.
Tsubasa blinked a few times in quick succession at Ima's words.
Alright, give me a sec. If there's a ventilation shaft here, that means I see how it is now.
Yeah, exactly. If Kako was killed, the presence of this shaft makes everybody in the academy a suspect, including the Safers for Shoma's case.
Including me, yet you still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me?
Kind of, sort of.
You don't sound very sure. I'll take it though. Okay, let's start.
Thanks. We used the drone to investigate the ventilation shaft. As a result, we were able to make a few major discoveries. There's a beehive in there!
Right, in summary, this is what we learned. First of all, the shaft bends in a zigzag shape a few times and extends towards the school building.
It splits into a grid structure halfway and connects to different parts of the building.
Anyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like.
However, the bends are extremely narrow and people our size can't possibly get through them.
A beehive and the sponsor with them. That's what I'm saying. I think that there's bees in here. Maybe Shoma did it.
That's none of your bees.
Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through these bends.
And Shoma's already dead. I'm more concerned that we found the hallway. Also still. Is wrong.
Yeah, me too. This thing, right? This thing that got caught on a protrusion in the interior wall.
Thankfully, we were able to retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robotic arm to
Is that
the
a part
drone.
of? Is that a part of Shoma's clothes?
It's a piece of cloth, right? A square green piece of cloth about an inch long that looks like it Shoma.
I mean, not very many characters wear green. But the hat, maybe.
Oh, the backpack.
Or the backpack.
Aurora! They could got weird.
Right, the insane theory that Grant and I have is that she has different masks that give her different personalities. Cause there's weird stuff about the masks in these routes.
That's already happened once, so it could happen again.
It's just Ato again. That would be insane. But he doesn't have green.
I look at Ima and
I looked at Ima, then Tsubasa. They looked back at me with wide, questioning eyes. It was apparent that they hadn't yet realized the grave implication behind this. Maybe a certain incident had blinded them to the existence of that possibility. Yes, Shoma. I put the piece of cloth in my pocket, looked them both in the eye, and said, "Tell everyone to gather at the gym at 7 p.m. tonight."
Huh?
That is quite sudden.
Please just do it.
Yeah.
They turned to look at each other.
I don't mind.
What will you do until then? Free time?
Well, you'll see. He's gonna sus Shoma. I had enough proof to make my case, but I wanted just one more piece of key evidence. There's a timeline traveling Ato, clone Ato, time travel Ato, and twin sister Ato. So I went to the back of the school, to the place where Shoma had been stabbed. I spent a few hours thoroughly investigating every nook and cranny. What's he doing to you?
Tired.
Before long, the sun set and my shadow started growing longer. It was at that time I found something, a faint trace of blood on a corner of a rock. It was maybe 30 feet away from where Shoma had been stabbed. I didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far, which meant... Is it class trial time? I entered the gym at 7 p.m. sharp to find everybody.
Oh my god, we're
already
doing a
gathered
class
there.
trial.
I wish. We don't have enough truth bullets. Hi, baby girl. Do you think we should take her out soon? It's a while. She ate.
After
Ava, you're here too? Yes, I have received an official release. I have been given Ato's room and do not have to sleep in the cage anymore. All credit goes to Takumi and Tsubasa. Ask Tsubasa to manufacture the bullets. She did show that she can make weapons. The remote detonator you suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind.
I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi.
Nah, I don't need one. You're getting 2 puppies, Natalie? What kind?
That aside, what are we all here for?
Well, you'll see. I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my head.
I figured out who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma.
Mr. Samino, wait a minute, please. You just said with absolute certainty that my dear sister was indeed killed.
Yes, the situation points to that fact. Why is she wagging her tail?
Who did it?
Ima, I need you to promise me something first. Promise you won't lay a finger on the killer when you realize who they are. I won't tell you the truth unless you promise me that. I saw him gritting his teeth with a scowl on his face. Still, he nodded firmly and said,
Fine, of course I promise I won't lay a finger on that accursed scum.
Good. Alright. Much as I wish I didn't have to do this. Here goes. The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma. It was. The name of that person is...
Quick, babe, who is it? It's
Shoma.
Ferrara. Is it really class trial?
Person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma is... Babe! Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Oh! So, this isn't as big of a root split as we're thinking. I'm sure there's only like maybe 2 or 3 at most.
These are brain? That's not fair.
It's Shoma.
Alright, let's open the chart.
This is so sick.
It has to be shown.
The real killer.
Is...
You! Shoma Genzaki!
What are you talking about, Takumi? Have you forgotten that I was a victim too? I was stabbed!
Stop running your mouth! And just watch as I expose every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
No! I'll tell you what happened in chronological order.
Who cares about the camera?
No. When did we do the Toho? Let's start with Kako. Her estimated time of death is between 1 and 4 a.m. on the day 27. You met up with her before that on day 26. Tell her to come to the gym during that time period. So she showed up at the gym and as asked, where you made up some reason for her to swallow that thing.
That thing? What the?
I'm talking about TTX. Tetrodotoxin.
And then the voice acting leaves. God damn it. It's extremely poisonous. Ingesting just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal. That's how you poison Kako to death. After poisoning Kako, you put the bottle of TTX into her right hand. Then you blocked the gym door using a mop as a latch. Thinking you could make her death seem like suicide with all that nonsense. Once that was done, you climbed down the ladder at the corner of the stage into the escape pod storeroom. You already knew that shaft was there, because you'd seen Ima and Kako going into the trapdoor before. You did your homework and went down to check out the storeroom as well, before carrying out your plan. That's why you also knew about the ventilation shaft, and you used that vent to return to the school building. That's the main reason causing me to single you out as the culprit. The main reason?
Anyone could have used the ventilation shaft to get...
Yeah, you're the only one that could fit, bitch.
I can. Because of how the shaft bends in a zigzag shape and extends towards the school building.
The bends are extremely narrow. Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. In other words, the only one who could have gone through those narrow bends is you, Shoma.
The ultimate victim.
You can't say that for sure! A girl who was flexible enough could have passed through as well, right? No, it's physically impossible. Anyway, there was something left behind in the ventilation shafts. I can't forgive Grant for putting us through the Cult of Takumi route. He did do that, but it's okay. It was worth it to see that things actually did get worse than originally. That's what's going to serve as irrefutable proof of your guilt.
Irrefutable proof?
It was blue hair.
Let's see this.
Here it is. This square piece of inch-wide green cloth.
Of all of us, only Kurara, Takemaru, and Shoma wear something green on them. But Kurara's tomato mask isn't made of cloth, so this scrap can't be hers. The shade of green on Takemaru's jacket is less vibrant than the scrap, too. Shoma, turn around. I like how he just listed everything we said when we went through this report card. Why? Just do it. I just checked. Part of Shoma's backpack has been torn. Oh, bitch. The torn part perfectly matches the green, the cloth scrap.
Indeed, I too witnessed this and concluded they are a perfect match.
You couldn't have passed through the narrow bends of that shaft while still wearing your backpack, and you couldn't leave it in the shaft either. So you tied the shoulder straps to your feet and pulled it along as you climbed. That's how the backpack got caught on a sharp edge protruding out of the inner wall of the shaft. This cloth scrap got torn off because of that. No, no, no! This is a fake evidence planted by the real culprit! Someone's trying to frame me! If that was the case, why would that someone stab you? That one act would completely divert all suspicion away from you. I kind of like it when he makes that noise. Might have to be Shoma 3. Now, this next part is all just conjecture. Shoma, you were actually intending to kill Ima as well, weren't you? That plan went awry because Kako showed up to the gym alone. So, you had no choice but to kill only her. But that made things difficult for you because Ima knew about the storeroom as well. What's more, he also knew about the ventilation shaft. If we told anybody about the shaft, this would no longer be a locked room case. And if we pursued the case as a murder, we would eventually close in on you. So you wanted to kill Ima afterward. But it was almost dawn by the time you crawled out from the ventilation shaft. That left you with no time to do anything about Ima. So you panicked and started thinking about ways to remove yourself from the suspect list. That's how you ended up deciding to kill yourself. If you could make everyone think you'd been mutilated by the culprit, we would never even dream of suspecting you. You're being ridiculous! This is way too bold a plan for someone like me!
Who would dare kill themselves just to make it seem like they were
Aren't
innocent?
actually going to die.
What's the point of being seen as innocent if you're dead?
Of course. Actually dying was never part of your plan. Ah!
In fact, you were absolutely confident you wouldn't die because we have the Revive-O-Matic in the infirmary. But for that to work, you had to die in a way that allowed us to find your dead body quickly. After all, we wouldn't be able to revive you if too much time had passed. That's why you screamed, right? And right after the morning announcement, so that everyone could hear you, then you stabbed yourself all over temporarily and temporarily ended your own life. So why is Shoma evil in this route? Is he possessed by Ato? Like, what? I can't believe I'm listening to this. Please be realistic. No one in their right mind would willingly stab themselves that many times.
It just doesn't make any sense. We're not talking about cutting your wrists or slitting your throat here. Stabbing your own body over and over again like that?
Oh, the Gamma Field made it so that he couldn't feel it. Oh my god, why is Shoma an evil mastermind? What? You injected yourself with a powerful anesthetic like Gamma Feel. Remember what Yugamu said? At the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain and emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness. Yep, and I still stand by that. It does make sense. Shato root confirmed. I was saying, like, is he possessed? So you're trying to say that I used the drug to do the deed, right? But where would I even find a drug like that? Probably stole it from somewhere.
Stole it from where?
Obviously the biolab.
You can't just gloss over the details like that.
From the biolab.
That room isn't locked and everyone has access to the shelves. Getting the drug from there wouldn't have been a problem for you. Alright. Assuming that I did inject myself with the anesthetic.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards? When you found me at the back of the building, was there anything like that on me? There wasn't.
I don't know.
Right?
Shit.
You hid the needle inside your body.
Shit deeply in one of the wounds made with a knife. Okay, sorry.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards?
Toss it away?
When you found me at the back of the building.
Oh, really? Where is it then?
You must have tossed it somewhere far away when you were done with it.
What about the knife? Oh, he just accepted that. Where did the knife I used to stab myself disappear to? You tossed it far away as well, just like you did with the syringe. Did anyone find any of those things at the scene? No. But nobody searched the area nearby on day 27, the day of the incident. You could have collected those items the next day on day 28 after you woke up. But still, you're just guessing at this point. You've got no real proof. No proof that I threw the knife away after stabbing myself. I do have proof. It's not with me right now, but I did find something. There was something 30 feet away from where we found you.
What was it? What did
Champagne,
you find?
obviously.
I saw bloodstains. Just a little patch.
Yeah, why is airplane even an option? In a place where blood from your injuries couldn't have reached. Those stains prove that the bloodied knife had been thrown over there. That's enough already! It doesn't matter what you're trying to say because you have no solid proof.
The green cloth was the only piece of substantial evidence you managed to produce. Anyone could have
Bluff.
left that behind to frame me.
It's time you stopped playing dumb, Shoma.
I do actually have another piece of conclusive evidence. What? Bottle of TTX Kako was holding. Your fingerprints were on it.
That can't be. It can't be. It just can't. It can't. My fingerprints can't be on that bottle. I was wearing gloves when I.
You fell for it.
Shoma!
No. That was just a slip of the tongue.
I can't believe it!
I mean, it was just. Anyway, I'm not.
Give it up, Shoma. I'll say it again.
Shoma did us a favor?
I kind of agree.
He made things interesting? Well...
And what did we really lose?
Well, we lost Kako. We love Kako. Ooh, Grant is bullying Nano again. I'll say it again.
The person who killed Kako by making her drink TTX. It was none other than you! Shoma Genzaki!
Not a Junko wannabe. Have you heard about the Shoma Genzaki culprit theory? Oh, not this. So wait! Does this mean...
I think they're out.
Does this mean Shoma is bad in the other routes? Takumi, you got a few things wrong, but for the most part, you were correct. It was me. I killed Kako. Back off, Ima, you promised. So, which parts did I get wrong? The entire premise to begin with. I did not kill her of my own volition. I was ordered to by a certain someone. Let's call this person X for now. The sponsor?
Stop trying to make excuses for yourself.
I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. Tell us more about this order you received. Just before dawn on day 26, I woke up to someone tapping my cheek. When I opened my eyes, X was right there, right in front of me.
You didn't lock the door?
I did! I think X was already hiding inside before I came in. That's such an Ato move. Under the bed or something. Again, that's an Ato move. Sponsor. What did X say? X said...
I killed Gaku and intend to make you my next target.
Literally the sponsor.
But I'll let you off if you follow my instructions. If you go against me or tell the others about my existence, I'll blow up the bomb inside your body immediately.
No, I wonder why he hasn't done that.
Yes. The bomb planted in all of your bodies by that robot known as Seaway.
Just who is this person? I don't know. They were wearing a long, black poncho. They wore a mask over their face and used a voice changer to hide their real voice.
Doesn't work.
I wouldn't call that a poncho at all.
That sounds like a fake stabber you made up to fool us.
I mean, it's true I wasn't stabbed by a person of that description, but that person definitely exists. What happened after that? I followed X's instructions. I didn't want to be killed by the way Gaku had been. X came up with the entire plan. They told me about the ladder shaft, escape pod hanger, and ventilation shaft. The tetrodotoxin. It was X who obtained the bottle of TTX2. After that, I simply asked Kako to meet using the script X had prepared.
What did the script say?
To speak with her in the afternoon of day 26. Kako, I know about the storeroom with the escape pod too. I did some research in the library and found a way to open the cockpit and launch the pod into space. So, would you like to escape from the academy together with me and Ima? If so, come with Ima to the gym tonight at 2 a.m. Yeah. The plan was to kill not just Kako, but Ima as well, because they were the only other people who knew about the storeroom. Killing them both at the same time in a locked room would make their deaths seem like suicide. But only Kako showed up to the gym at the specified time, 2 a.m.
Why?
Kako said this. I haven't told my dear brother about what you told me yet. First, I need to verify whether your information is authentic or not. If it's true, then we set off tomorrow. But keep it a secret from my dear brother, alright? I want to surprise him. I hesitated to execute the plan because she showed up alone. But X also told me,
If you chicken out and do nothing, I'll still blow you up.
classic. So, I passed Kako a water bottle mixed with TTX. Takumi more or less covered what happened after that until I returned to the school building. Except I had not foreseen that my backpack would get torn along the way. After returning to the first floor of the school building, I was at a loss because I didn't know what I was supposed to do about Ima. It was going to be difficult to kill him because the sun had already risen by then. Making that move? Suddenly, X appeared again.
Ima probably knows about the ventilation shaft. If he spills the beans, they'll all...
He was chosen for the shock factor rather than making sense, I guess.
They'll start investigating the case as a murder instead of assuming it was a suicide. The morning announcement will be playing soon. You won't make it back to the roof in time.
Killing to save his life is the opposite of his entire character. Seriously. Wouldn't he just be like, I'm trash, so I should die?
Out and about before dawn. But rest assured, for if you do as I say, you'll never even make it to the suspect list.
The thing is, I could see being pressured into doing it. That's why you went back to the building and...
Yes, I had been left with no other choice. But I was hesitant right up until the moment I injected myself with gamma fuel. Once I did that, it was as if my sense of fear completely evaporated. Oh, X gave me the gamma fuel as well, along with a knife and syringe. I'm pretty sure X must have been the one to collect the knife and syringe that I dropped off after I did the deed. Because I know I definitely didn't retrieve them. His story thus told, Shoma slumped his shoulders and bowed his head deeply. The silence that followed stretched on until Hirako finally spoke up. I just have one last question, Shoma. Do the words back or heart ring any bells? Back or heart? No, I have no idea. Thank you. Your reaction was the answer I needed. I guess that's that, Takumi. Yeah, X must have done it. if Shoma wasn't involved in that particular affair. Everybody was looking at us in confusion, probably because nobody knew that someone had stolen the hearts from the dead bodies. Then Shoma started trembling like a leaf, as if he suddenly remembered something. Oh no, that's it. I'm gone for. I told you about X. The bomb inside me is gonna blow up now. Ah!
Nothing happened.
Did this X person lie to you?
I think they must have. Boom. An amateur can't possibly make a detonator for the bomb in our bodies.
Hey guys, I need to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Show me your insides!
Oh, hey guys. Sorry about that. Just was having a bit of a stomach episode. But anyways, we're back. Echo. 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 You probably have two open. Because there's no reason that this would echo otherwise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
About?
An amateur can't possibly make identity for the bomb in our bodies. Only someone with my level of skill and experience.
So Mr. Gonzaki won't be executed. Then I'll do it myself. I'll kill you. I'll tear you limb from a limb.
You know, I feel like he kind of deserves it. Ima let out a guttural roar and charged towards Shoma quickly. Nobody had time to react. He shoved Shoma to the ground, clambered on top of him, and started strangling him so hard it almost seemed like he might rip his head off.
Go to hell! Ima, no!
I ran over in a panic and pulled Ima off. Shoma had fainted and was frothing at his mouth. Yugamu darted over and conducted a quick check.
He's fine. Just passed out.
Damn it! Damn it! Dear sister! My dear sister! My dear sister!
I actually feel for him.
After that heartbreaking outburst, Ima simply collapsed on the spot. Nozomi and Tsubasa rushed over and started comforting him. Everyone else was at a loss, simply staring quietly at Ima as they stood rooted to the spot. The sound of Ima's pained wails echoed coldly and endlessly through the walls of the building.
Don't worry, guys.
Oh.
We have a dog again.
We moved the unconscious Shoma into the cage in the courtyard and made sure it was properly locked. Once that was done, I shoved the key deep inside my pocket. Everyone returned to their rooms without saying another word, and I soon found myself completely alone. Looking up at the night sky, I thought about what had happened. Kako's case had been solved, but that didn't mean it was all over. Someone out there killed Gaku and instructed Shoma to kill Kako. This was likely the same person who had been stealing hearts from the bodies in the morgue. X, the real mastermind behind this entire string of events. I had to find out who this person was by hook or by crook, and I would, no matter what I did. I clenched my fists tightly. I would let nothing shake me from this firm resolve.
It's a sponsor!
It has to be the sponsor.
Voice sounded very similar. When is that going to be a voice?
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 51st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
It's your chance.
Prepare to
Enduring
spend
the
enduring the unendurable, and
Close.
suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness.
Send Shoma to the next route. Honestly, I would have let Ima do it, I think.
Be ready to from the vile and
JJ, thank you for the 3 months. Why, hello. Did you tell him that we're streaming? Oh, wonderful.
That was very nice of you, JJ.
Wake up! Something's happened!
Oh, Shoma's so dead. Upon hearing the loud cry, I dashed out of my room. What happened?
What's going on?
I was up early, so I went to check on Shoma, and... Shoma, he... What happened to him? Come with me, quickly! It'd be too easy to say he's dead. We all knew where we were going. Everybody made a mad dash for the courtyard together.
It'd be really funny if he was fine.
What if he's just in pieces?
I don't want to see that. Unless there's pink blood.
We ran through the second floor hallway and burst into the courtyard, then ran toward the cage without stopping. There we saw... Shoma, did you do this to yourself again?
Shoma!
Yeah!
Kyoshika grabbed the gate and tried to open it.
It is so locked and will not budge. Doesn't Takumi have the key?
Hold on, I'll unlock it now.
I dug the key out of my pocket and slotted it into the keyhole.
Show me your insides!
Once the gate was unlocked, I opened it and went inside. I immediately ran to Shoma, touched his neck, checking for a pulse. At that moment, something felt a bit off.
It's wet.
What?
I touched his clothes and they were wet as well?
Well, is he alive or not?
I already checked that. As you can clearly see, he's already...
Maybe we can still revive him if we bring him to the infirmary like last time.
Since I touched the body, I knew already that too much time had passed, but I decided to go along with it anyways.
Yeah, we should try that.
Wet? Why would he be wet? Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 51 between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 8 inches long. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room became heavier.
What the hell is going on? How's the killer get to Shoma when the cage was...
Takumi, did you lock the door last night? Yes, I did, so nobody could have stolen the key from me while I was sleeping. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that key is unique. It cannot be copied.
Well, that narrows down... that narrows down the list of possible suspects. Just Takumi, right?
Don't you ever get tired of mindlessly repeating the same thing? Aren't we overlooking the other possibility that he stabbed himself like before?
This time in a way that would be impossible for us to revive him?
I can't think of any other reason why he'd wind up in a locked cage in the middle of the night.
Well then, who supplied him with the knife?
It had to be X, right?
If it was X, then they would have passed him over. Gamma-feel in a syringe.
Yeah, ain't no way you're strong enough to keep mutilating yourself like that without being drugged the hell out of your mind.
He could have used one of the bottles that had been stolen previously. We moved Shoma's remains to the morgue. There are now 4 bodies lying on tables there. At Ima's request, we made sure that Kako and Shoma's bodies were not placed next to each other. Ima walked to Shoma's dead body and stared at it for a long time. Then he said,
You got what you deserved.
So shouldn't they guard the body since someone's stealing their hearts?
You're smart. Got it.
Yeah!
After that, we investigated the courtyard together. Despite combing over every inch of the area, we found no trace of a knife or syringe. The only thing we found was... a balloon. It was lying on the floor near Shoma's cage. Although I couldn't immediately figure out if it was related to the case, I decided to stuff it in my pocket just in case. Soon the last rays of sunlight disappeared into the horizon, and the darkness of night took over. It was already way past dinner time. Seeing that none of us had an appetite after all that, we skipped the cafeteria and gathered at the rec room instead. This makes it 3 people who have lost their lives because of X.
We don't know for sure if X had anything to do with Shoma's case yet. Of course they did. We'd all be in serious trouble if it wasn't X. Because that would mean there were 2 killers of Excalibur running around 3.
So, who do you think X might be? Everyone fell silent. This was the question I was dreading the most. And it seemed like the others felt the same. Ever since Shoma shared his side of the story last night, we'd all been avoiding that particular issue. But it was time to face reality. I steeled myself and turned to Tsubasa. Tsubasa, do you still have the organic life detection device?
Yeah.
Oh.
12. The exact same number as the people present here. That means...
Somebody among us is X.
It's a corpse.
Yeah, we said that. It was like...
No, wait. It could have been someone who came in at midnight and left the school before the sun came up.
Sadly, that's not possible. The device comes with a history log.
Oh.
At 4 a.m. last night, the number changed from 13 to 12 and stayed there. Aha, so Sir Shoma was murdered at 4 a.m. last night. Yeah.
Miss Megadora, we're discussing something more important here.
The number reduced by 1 when Shoma lost his life, but after that, it neither went up or down. Wait, what? Proving that nobody came into the school or left it, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thing is, we're all screwed if we don't do something. X starting to kill us all in the message that we're doing just that. The more we put this off, the more people will be dropping dead one by one.
Well, I agree with the part about doing something at least.
Hey, Takumi, you're the leader. Come up with something. By the way, guys, if we can get at least like one person in chat saying they would want it, date everything is on the table.
I don't know if I want to play that, to be honest.
We get to date like homes.
It looks... I don't know.
And like our microwave. Have you ever looked at a microwave and I'm like, damn, I wish I could date that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of Dream Daddy.
It does remind me of that.
And I'm kind of like...
Maybe
if it was like a $5 game, and I'm sure it's not. How about we make it compulsory to move around in groups of at least 3 during the day? Didn't someone mention before that 3 is a risky number? That was because your 2 other teammates could be working together. But the situation has changed. According to Shoma, X is just 1 person. That's right. So a group of 3 should be fine.
What about at night?
Feels like the main thing so far, all of them were taken out at night.
Then we should... Oh! Done and done.
This is the weirdest.
This is really odd.
Are we all going to be sleeping here from now on?
How bland and boring, getting evacuation center vibes here.
Would you prefer bland and boring or dead in a ditch? We've used curtains to divide the area into into rooms, so everyone will have some semblance of privacy.
Is this really going to work? What if the killer strikes while we're all sleeping? In fact, that's why we avoided sleeping in one spot until now, right?
Yes, and that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. 3 people will be on watch at all times. We'll also rotate 1 person out every hour.
And if anything happens, just shout!
That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's rest. My skin will thank me. Looks like we're agreed then. This arrangement should stop X from causing further harm. We should be safe for a while. Now we just need to continue our investigation and expose X's identity before they tried anything else. There was just one other thing that was bothering me. Shoma was killed today. I saw his body with my own eyes, which meant... Day 75?
That is very short compared to the last
Rise
one.
and shine!
That other one.
Get ready for your 75th
So
day
wait,
of active service here at Last
why'd
Defense
he make that comment about Shoma was killed today? I saw his body with my own eyes, which meant
Open up
flowchart.
I
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the
I saw the
insufferable
body, which
to pave
means
the way for humanity's future greatness.
oh, that's why we woke up on day 75.
Be ready to give your lives
Oh.
to protect our beloved school from the vile
That makes more
barbaric
sense.
enemy.
I woke up to the sound of the morning announcement. First thought to cross my mind at the time was not again, along with the sense of resignation. Looking up at the unfamiliar ceiling, it took me a few seconds to realize I was at the gym. I stood up from my makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain divider, and stepped outside. Takumi!
He awakens.
I wanted to sweat the small stuff, but you gave us a real scare this time.
You were up for 23 whole days. Is that the new record?
Oh, for the love of murder. I turned slowly to look at everyone, then said, everyone's safe.
Thanks to your last words.
My last words?
For us to move in groups during the days and sleep together at night. Remember, those were the instructions you gave us on day 51.
We have been able to survive all this time because of them. X hasn't had an opportunity to strike. That also means X is still... Yes, we still don't know who they are.
If we did, we would have thrown them in the cage and tossed away the key already.
Now that I got a better look at them, I saw signs of fatigue on everyone's faces. X is among us. I'll be killed if I walk around with only one other person. They've all had to spend the last 23 days under the crushing weight of such thoughts. It's no wonder their mental fatigue was starting to show physically. Oh, right, there's something you need to know. What is it? About 10 days ago, we met the boy with the undying flames. He showed himself?
Well, he was feeling very unwell, but said he had to tell us something.
What was that?
I recently found out that there's something called a distress signal transmitter somewhere in this school. It was put there in the event of all but one member of Team 1 dying. Only Team 1 though, because the two teams joining together had not been anticipated. People on the satellite did not think Team 2 would ever come here. At any rate, no matter how strong they were, a single fighter wouldn't be able to win this war on their own. Instead, that survivor would be extracted and put on standby while the people in charge put together a fresh team for a new attempt. Once the correct series of codes had been entered into the transmitter, it would, transmit a distress signal.
Is that what Hiriko is? I bet you. That's why Hiriko said she's fought them before.
Oh.
She's a survivor.
That's
she's
a good point.
she's a survivor of an old defense team.
That actually makes a lot of sense. And they decided to only upgrade her.
Once the artificial satellite received it, they'd send a rescue craft to the school. The survivor would get on board and be taken back to the satellite. There's supposed to be a sequence of events. Also, the rescue craft does not have a capacity restriction. That means people from both Team 1 and Team 2 can board with no issues. The second to last academy does not have a transmitter on its own, so that was a good catch. So bringing the team over there was definitely the right move. Fortunately, I don't know where that transmitter is located. Still, it seems to me like this information could be of some use to you. That is why I came here to tell you that.
A distress signal transmitter. I've never seen or heard of such a thing before.
Same here.
After hearing that, we split up into groups to search for the transmitter, but...
We still haven't found it.
Doesn't matter. We'd have to put the transmitter on the back burner for now. Finding the identity of X was our top priority. X was most likely the one to kill Shoma, or they could have ordered someone else to do it like they did for Kako. At any rate, X was absolutely involved in Shoma's murder. As long as we could figure out who killed Shoma, we could find out who X is. Alright. I clenched my fists tightly. Hiriko, Tsubasa, come with me. What?
Where? Why?
To the courtyard. I'm going to reinvestigate the scene of Shoma's murder. Very well.
I don't mind, but...
What's that?
Can we have breakfast first? I'm starving.
So that's the first time the Flame Kid has ever shown himself to anybody that isn't us. Thus, Hiriko, Tsubasa, and I went to the courtyard together after having breakfasts. Why did you ask us to come along? Can't go against my own last words now, can I?
The part about moving together in groups during the day?
But why choose us? No reason in particular, I just felt like it.
Felt like it?
One of us could very well be X. Then it'll be a 2-on-1 fight.
What if X tries to destroy evidence during the investigation?
I'm not worried. They would have already done that while I was unconscious if it was that important. Yes, that is true.
And what are you investigating?
One question before I answer that. Nobody had an alibi for 4 AM on day 51, right? When Shoma was killed? On the note of the kill, Eta route being a bit of a late edition throwaway. It's really funny, you literally just wake up for plot bits.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We were all sleeping in our rooms. Well, Ava was in Ato's room, actually, but you know what I mean. What about the murder weapon, or any other clues?
So far, we haven't found anything.
In that case... Fastest way to identify X is to see who could possibly have killed Shoma under those circumstances. The killer likely used a special method to kill Shoma while he was locked in the cage. Figuring out what that method was could break this case wide open. Who could have done that was the best line of investigation to pursue. How exactly are you planning to do that?
This place is so big that I have no idea where to even start. We need some sort of clue first.
There is a clue. Shoma's body was wet when we first found it, remember? I think finding out why may very well be the key to solving the case. I walked over to the courtyard fountain. There was a valve with a handle on the side, probably for adjusting the amount of water being spout. I opened it completely, then... A frightening amount of water gushed out all at once, making the fountain look like an erupting geyser or open dam. A giant column of water shot up into the sky and came down again like a downpour of rain. I quickly turned the handle to close the valve. Soon the water slowed considerably and went back to its flow. That was close. What exactly were you trying to do?
I'm glad I was standing over here. I'd be wet by now if it was any closer.
Next, I checked the central drain. It was more like a tunnel than a drain. The water flowed deep into that tunnel. There was a large handle here as well. I turned the handle and a wall came down from the top of the tunnel, completely sealing up the drain. After checking it, I returned the handle to its original position. I briefly saw Hiriko and Tsubasa staring at me in confusion as I proceeded to my next destination, the cage where Shoma had been held. We already checked every last inch of that cage. There's no hidden tunnels underneath, and the bars are as strong as can be.
No scratches on the lock either, and no traces that anything was tampered with. The hinges of the gate are all untouched.
As I was listening to them, my eyes wandered to the top of the cage. Officially, this cage is an animal pen. I think it was supposed to be modeled after a bird cage or something. See that ring suspended from the top there? Yes, what about it? I didn't answer, instead lowering my glance to the bottom of the cage, where something caught my eye. What's he talking? This cage isn't secured to the floor. It's just a bottomless cage placed on top of a base.
But then the cage is impossible to move manually. It literally weighs a ton.
How do you know that?
There was a blueprint in the courtyard of the war room's computer that's some information about it.
See, so it weighs 1 ton.
Hey, that reminds me. Do you know the courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development research?
Biotope?
I'll try to keep the explanation as brief as possible. It said that before World Death, Earth was full of different kinds of terrain, like arid regions and rainforests. And each of these regions were inhabited by living things unique to that area, including plants, microorganisms, and vertebrates. For research purposes, this place originally created a perfect replica of the ecosystem of those creatures that were living in. That's why there are blasts of hot air to simulate a desert environment. It could also withstand atmospheric pressure many times Earth's.
But wouldn't that amount of pressure cause the windows to break?
Oh.
What are you talking about? Those things over there aren't windows. They're all display screens, including the ceiling. Look carefully and you'll see the light flickering every once in a while.
There's no way the sky could be visible from here. We're all inside the school after all.
You might be right, but what about the exits on both sides connected to the hallways? Atmospheric pressure can escape from those exits and when it gets too high, right? Those places were closed in the beginning, covered by partition walls, don't you remember? Right, they opened up after Saray released them.
In other words, as long as the walls on those exits and drains are down, the courtyard is completely sealed space.
Completely sealed space. Are you done here? Shall we return to the gym? Not yet. There's just one more thing. This.
A balloon?
The one we found during our investigation on day 51. Why do you think it was found so close to the cage?
I have no idea.
I can hardly imagine it being someone's personal belonging. The more likely possibility is that someone made it using the gift-o-matic. Matic. Definitely be able to find a clue if we go there. Oh, does it have like a history or something?
That'd be probably not.
We made our way to the rec room. Investigating the gift-o-matic resulted in new discoveries. So, in summary, the official name of this is the Sturdy Rubber Balloon. It was made using a very durable material. The description of the box mentions it doesn't break easily. The balloon has a capacity of 10 liters. It should be quite big when blown up.
According to the history logs, it was crafted a total of 100 times. Who needs that many balloons and for what?
I'm so happy.
Oh, thanks for the raid, King. Hello and welcome.
Thanks, game.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to find out who crafted them. That data, and only that data, has been erased. What were you up to, King? After reviewing our findings, I put the balloon back into my pocket. Tsubasa, is there a tire pump in the parking lot?
Yeah, an electric air compressor.
Is it portable?
Of course it is. It has caster wheels attached to it. Anybody can move it anywhere. Why do you ask?
Or Etheria restart. Oh, nice. How's that going? Sorry, let me gather my thoughts first. I'll explain it all to everyone once I have a clearer picture of how the events unfolded. A clearer picture?
I hope we get to pick someone.
And when will that happen?
I honestly have no idea where this one's going.
At 7.
Did they, like, make multiple balloons to lift the cage? Is that what he's going for? Oh, how...
No, I don't
I got my favorite character yesterday, so my account is complete. We had our guild war this week. Oh, nice. Are there other people from the Discord playing? Probably by 7 p.m. tonight.
Oh my god, are we literally someone? I have no idea who it is.
This is a sick route.
No, it's the actual thing.
It's the actual Danganronpa route. You Darby. We returned to the gym together where I immediately started sorting out my thoughts. Did you want to go into this one? Call it.
See if there's a save right here. And if there's a thing where we have to pick who it is, we have no idea who it is, so we can be like, okay, we're gonna pick it up tomorrow.
The day flew by as I did, and soon it was night. The time I asked everyone to meet had arrived. It's going to ask.
It is, I know.
It was exactly 7 p.m. when I quietly said to everyone, "Hey guys, can we all move to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss."
No idea who it is. First one, at least, like, it had to be Soma.
Well, they gave us hints about the character.
What is this important thing we came all the way here to discuss?
Well, you see, I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my head. I bet UX uses the balloons as a Gatling gun with high pressure in the room and the air pump. Nyx, Armin, Storm, Natalie, Jam, and Fail. Oh, Fail is playing Etheria? Thank you for ratting him out. I appreciate that, actually. Yeah, I don't know. If they had a bunch of balloons, it makes me think that they used the balloons to lift the cage, but that's insanely unreasonable.
No, I couldn't. It's just air, not heal.
Oh. So wait, King's lying, it's not fail?
I figured out who killed Shoma.
Oh, save right now. Save right now. Save right now.
I literally do not know.
Save right now. There's no way it's gonna make us pick right.
It's definitely gonna make us pick right now.
Let's just see. Oh, this happened last time.
You're banned from looking at chapter select. I want to so badly.
Can I look at it? Nano, can I look at it?
Frozen.
The Great Landy.
Frozen. Yeah, we decided to 100 line.
No,
out of
I'm
nowhere.
serious. Don't.
I won't, Nano.
He won't. I will.
We will not. But we can't.
More than the others, fine.
This one, actually, we have no way.
Who did it?
First, we must answer the how. How did the killer stab Shoma while he was inside a locked cage? Once we figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent, because only that person could have done all that under those circumstances.
I have no idea. Continue.
What is he talking about?
I think the only one who could do it is Yugama.
Darumi, because she has flying swords?
Oh,
I think it's... So, Rosen, just because you missed this, earlier when we were solving the who killed Kako, we literally had to suss anyone out of the group, and we chose Shoma because they had kind of hinted at it.
Well, the thing is, it couldn't be Darumi. The only person it could be real is Yugame. Because the knives would be left there. Yugame, and also, Cage blocks all of them. Let's see.
Right.
Just cut to the chase. Those are the killers already.
All right.
Please don't.
I'll tell you.
Fuck!
The person who killed Shoma.
Save right now. Just change the
It
save right now.
was
Change the save.
The name of that person is.
Don't dare. I would go Yugamu.
I kind of agree.
I would go Yugamu, but genuinely it could be anyone.
Why is Takumi an option?
Why is Takumi an option? Can you choose anyone? Dead people. The only person I think it could be is Yugamu, but it literally could be anyone.
Tsubasa.
Why?
She can make drones, right?
Having drone?
Sure. Drone with a knife on it or something? I don't know. But I trust Tsubasa this route, so I don't know. The Holy Jumanji Sword? She's not smart enough to do anything.
Well, sorry for everyone. We're not actually picking. We're ending here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna choose. We're gonna open up tomorrow's segment with this. Grant did say he was getting kind of tired, so he wanted to keep the session short. And I think this is a great point to end with suspense. So let's choose the killer tomorrow. I'll sleep on this for a night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon with some Shadow Hearts, and then 100 line tomorrow evening again. Yeah! Alright, good night, guys.